tonight to all our viewers here on Caribbean American News Media. Greetings, greetings, friends. How was your week? Yes, we're hoping that all went well with you and your family. How was your day? Yes, you were on to Caribbean American News Media platform. I greet everyone tonight. Greetings, greetings, greetings. It is good to have you here with us on this platform. If you hear the bell, all right, so the bell, you cannot hear it, but good night to everyone. It's been a long day. It's been a long few days. Lots of information, lots of back and forth that I had to be doing, and so I am happy to be here with you tonight. Once it is Tuesday, then you know it is Caribbean American News Night. Please share the platform as you join. And by the way, thank you, folks. Last night we had great reviews. Even an SLP called me and said, "Look, man, that was an excellent social. You SLP people, you're in trouble, all right? You are in trouble. If your people are saying to me, yes, you will fine." And we heard Mr. Claudius complaining that the Labour people, they're questioning him. Tyler Yoga Futeya Basla. So he's the one who looked for his trouble, not us, not Mr. Shasney. We were here minding our own business as usual. Tonight I am not in my judge robe. I am not in my sheriff hat. Tonight I am just here as your simple servant. I'll figure out what I am tonight. Don't worry about it. By the time the night ends, I'm going to figure out what am I doing here. Okay? But again, thank you so much, those of you who are here with me tonight. Thank you for keeping my company as I keep your company for the night. Now, there's a lot in the news. We got confirmation today of a young boy that was bullied at one of the schools there in St. Lucia. His mother will be on with us tonight shortly by, I think, around 10 minutes past the hour. We're going to have the mother, Miss Jackson, the mother of the young boy who was bullied, and we will talk about bullying tonight. And we know that many of the SLP surrogates have been bullying people. We saw even Mr. Shasney being bullied. That's exactly what it is, and we must not shy away from speaking the truth and must not be intimidated when we are speaking the truth. And we always tell our kids that the truth will set us free. So let the truth set you free, friends. What do you have to lose when you speak the truth? Friends, maybe they were not your friends in the first place. What? A husband, maybe he wasn't your husband in the first place. What do you have to lose when you speak the truth? All right? Anyone who don't want to hear the truth, just do this for me, please. Anybody who don't want to, yeah. Yes, that's it. That's it. Anybody who do not want to hear the truth, that's their portion. That is their portion, all right? The truth tonight will prevail. Let me just confirm that we sent the right numbers over to our guests, but we will still go forward. Let me just confirm, just bear with me as you log in. Just enjoy this little music for a while. All right, we have a death announcement to make, and so a strong supporter of the United Workers' Party have gone to rest Miss Teresa Winter is no more with us. On behalf of Caribbean American News Media, we convey our deepest sympathies and condolences to the family of Miss Winter. To her daughter, her children, we sympathize with you. And to the Flabo family, we sympathize with you because it is one of your family, our families. And so we extend our sincere and deepest condolences to the family of Miss Winter. May the family be comforted with the promises of God that we should not all sleep. We shall be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. That this mortal shall put on immortality. The dead in Christ shall rise first. Yes. So again, condolences to the family. Sad to lose a mother. Sad to lose a family member on a whole, a human being. So our sympathies and our prayers are with the family. Let's leave it up for a few minutes. For those of you prayer warriors, just say a little prayer for their family as they mourn the loss of their loved one. So again, condolences to the family. Now we were earlier today. Now let's just, as we wait, we have a few more minutes, maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes before our guests log into our platform. But surprisingly, while we were on set last night, the Speaker of the House, he did his regular show. I believe he was not there for a while, but he came on last night with the state lawyer, and he said some things, a lot of things basically, but some people got confused with what he was saying. The reality is that the judge facilitate, I believe, the agreement between the government of St. Lucia and the Honorable Alan Chastney. A decision has not been made by the judge to toss out any case. What happened is that a date was set. A date was set, and that, I believe, sometime in July. Okay? It is still a win for the Honorable Alan Chastney, because in the agreement, he would be back in the House to continue with the work of the 30-something thousand individuals who voted for the United Workers' Party. All right? So, for those of you who are confused or you are spreading false information on the case, like I said to you last night, let's be cautious because we might do more harm to the Honorable Alan Chastney in sharing certain information that might not be 100% accurate. All right. So yes, there was a discussion with the government, the Minister of Government Business, Mr. Healy, and the plan is that they're going to reinstate Mr. Chastney. That must be done through a vote in the House. All right, it must be done by a vote in the House, in the Parliament, whenever it convenes at the next sitting. All right, so all is well, folks. We heard we heard the speaker saying that it was his worst 6 hours. Or is it 6 hours, you said? Yeah, something like that, to that effect. I want to quote him right. And he said, no, that's not because of anything anyone said to me or did to me. Yes, it is because of something somebody did to you and what you did to yourself. Because if you, as the speaker, had acted otherwise, then you would not have been in the position that you are in now to have the worst 6 hours or 4 hours of your life, because you got to answer to the SLP folks. Yes, you have to answer to them. They're the ones who appointed you. You thought it was Philip J. Pear? They're the ones who appointed you through Philip J. Pear as the Speaker of the House. And that's why they called to you to account to them. And you realize what they're doing? They're asking you, did you lose that case? You exposed a lot of stuff. They're saying to you, they're asking you, did you lose the case? In other words, your second case. But thank God, the case will be heard later down in the year in July. So, in the meantime, if I were you, Mr. Speaker, I would look for another job. Because I believe the SLP, they're getting tired of you allowing certain characters in the House to lead you down a path that brings disruption to the people's house. Yes. What we the people and the citizens of St. Lucia wants is order in the house. We want order in the house. That's what we want. What we have seen is bullying, tag team to beat down the Honorable Alan Chastney. We want that stop. Why? There's an audience out there. Yes, there is, especially young people. Tonight we will prove to you why you as government ministers need to be careful and mind your actions in public. Yes, you must. It means that you got to act when you are on camera, when you're in the public, whether you're at a bar, whether you're on the beach. You must act with respect and with order, not only in the house, but you must maintain order in your public life, so you don't beat your wife as a government minister. You don't run around with other women apart from your wife. You do not steal. You don't give people wrong telephone numbers to avoid them, which I found out that one or two of you guys are doing. So you're giving folks your wrong number, the wrong numbers, to mislead them. That is corruption. That is not acting as a minister of government. We appointed you, not me, but you were appointed by the majority, which I yield to. The majority has spoken. They have elected you guys to lead the country, not to destroy it, not to fight Mr. Chastney, You were appointed to fight poverty, to fight high food prices and gas prices. You were placed there to fight against corruption. You were placed there to fight for a minimum wage or workable or livable wage for St. Lucians. You were placed there to fight for health care on behalf of the St. Lucian people. You were placed there to protect the air and to protect the water and to provide security for the citizens of St. Lucia. We did not send you there to fight the opposition. That's not your job. You are misplaced. You are misbehaving. You are out of order. So you need to get back in order, get back to work on behalf of the people. We did not send you to fight opposition leaders. We did not send you to take care of personal issues that you have with anyone in the house. There is a courtroom and there are other places that you can go. If you want to fight, take a plane, go to the furthest country, go to the United States. If you have a visa, go there and fight, Mr. Shastney, but don't do it in the House of Representatives. And I call on all St. Lucians to discourage it, to stand up against it, to speak up, and to say enough is enough. No more. We don't want it. We don't like it. No more. Not in this country. Somewhere else, but not here. So I am calling on the government to get back to work and start by replacing the Speaker of the House. He is already compromised. He cannot lead anymore because, listen to this, this is the same Speaker that had to reside over the House with the Honorable Alan Shastney sitting there. He can no longer do his job. He cannot no longer perform his duties. In any other country, he would have to go. Can we not understand what I'm saying? I'm expecting the hacks not to understand what I'm saying. Fine. But for the rest of you who are under the sound of my voice, the Speaker of the House should do the right thing and step down. If you want a job, we can set you up at City Council, but not in the House. If you need a job, we can send you somewhere else. And I know you like law. We can put you somewhere as the security of a building, a legal building in St. Lucia, but not the House. So I am saying again, and I'm calling officially for the Speaker of the House to resign. And if he don't, I am calling on the Prime Minister of St. Lucia to remove the Speaker of the House. Let's take a commercial break as we get ready for our guests. All right, we're going to get ready for the guests. So we're going to take a break. You're going to enjoy some music, and we will be back. Stay tuned to the broadcast, folks. Stay tuned to this broadcast. All right. Enjoy the music. Bear with me, folks. We're connecting.
By the Labour Party, who at every turn visibly demonstrates intolerance to dissenting voices and calls for accountability. Speaker of the House, Claudius Francis, is at the forefront of this tyrannical shift that constantly takes aim at leader of the opposition, Alan Chastney. In the latest attempt to shield Richard Fedrick from accountability in the Bannon Lands affair, the Speaker of the House boldly contravened not only the House rules but the Constitution, openly bringing the Parliament into disrepute. During the April 28, 2023 sitting of the House, Chastney reiterated a call for clarity on a land deal under Richard Fedrick's portfolio. Fedrick, who was out of the chamber at the time, stormed in.
I'm asking the member, Mr. Speaker, to show proof of the valuation of the land to which he refers.
The UWP's relentless effort for truth and transparency in the sale of the 1 hectare or 2.48 acres of lands at Tapia at an undervalued price has been met with blatant lies by Richard Fedrick. So what's the truth? Fedrick, as the Minister for Housing, is responsible for the NHC, which owned the Bannon lands. In 2013, a valuation survey determined the market value at $6.58 million. In 2021, another valuation was conducted, but this time a depreciated value was made at $3.5 million. Without tendering, without gazetting, without a development plan, the lands were sold to the daughter of Reno Kajada at an unbelievable $2.7 million. As Housing Minister, Fedrick would be the one to give the NHC board permission to sell. He had to approve the price and waive the tendering process. On May 2nd, when faced with the indisputable facts solidly laid out by the UWP leader, Fedrick cunningly looked for a way out, claiming that the land known as Parcel 11 and valued at $6.58 million in 2013 no longer existed.
This suggestion that when the mutation was done, that 50 and 51 are of equal size or even close to being equal size is an outright lie. What did he say? So how much did he say it was? So when we're talking about, wait a second, when you said that 50 and 11 became 50 and 51, you're suggesting to all of us, okay, that there's no way that 50 could be the same as 11. Okay? It's not exactly the same, but it's within the 1 hectare. And guess what? It's described as 1 hectare. 0649E. It's the same one. Okay? 1 hectare. 1 hectare. Okay, now, of course you can.
Despite Fedrick's best attempt, official records support Chastney's statement to the House. Confronted with that realization, Speaker Francis went on the attack, completely setting aside the point of order Fedrick posed to the House and forwarded his own. In protest, Chastney opted to vacate the chamber. What followed was an abuse of power, illegal detention, violation of the constitutional right to liberty and free movement, and grounds for the need of the opposition to file a second court case against the Speaker, who has consistently breached the House rules in an attempt to get at Chastney.
Member, you shall not leave yet. Officer, he shall not leave. Officer, he shall not leave. Okay.
Nowhere in the standing orders is the Speaker empowered to prevent any member from leaving the House. But no one is surprised by the Speaker's actions, given his expressed intent of dealing with the opposition.
I'm fighting with all the ammunition at my disposal. All. I ain't saying, well, because it's a dwarf, let me use a catapult. and because he's a giant, they're going to use a bazooka. Dwarf to giant getting bazooka.
Despite the collusion, the machinations, Alan Chasney stands strong. The unlawful decision to suspend him from the House for exposing Frederick's corruption and Labour's desperate scramble to conceal the truth, all in the name of protecting the victory, will not silence the need of the opposition, nor the Miku South constituency, not the more than 37,000 people who believe in the UWP's vision at the polls, and certainly not the hundreds more who are becoming disenchanted with the Labour Party. It's clear, Pierre is putting you worse.
Folks, we thank you for being here with us. Just give us some time. Try to get just bear with us. Okay, folks, so we are going to go now. We were having some issues bringing our guests in, so she's going to be calling in the program at this time, and we're going to have a discussion with her. We're just awaiting that call. Is going to come in any moment now. But yes, folks, that is a clip that I pulled over. By the way, that clip was in the public domain, and so I brought it over to our platform so that you, the citizens of the country, can have a look and see, you know, what is happening around the place, what is happening on the island of St. Lucia. And what we try to do, we try our best to bring to you the truth. Like I always say, the truth got to set us free. Let's take this call. Yes, Caribbean American News Network. Miss Jackson, how are you?
I'm not so bad, thanks.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I won't be able to pull you in through the video. We can do it another day, but we will use audio. All right.
No problem.
Okay, so you are the mother of the young boy that we saw being abused on social media today.
Yes, yes, I am.
Yes, can you tell us your name if you wish?
Yeah, my name is Tana Jack.
Okay, good. And what school did you say? What school this situation occurred at?
It appears at the Grand Riviere Secondary School, Grand Riviere Dennery.
Grand Riviere Dennery.
Yes.
Sorry, my friend. Grand Riviere Dennery. Oh my God. Okay, so we having interruptions. I'm not sure where it is coming from, but just bear with us, okay? All right. So what I'm going to do for our listeners, and by the way, welcome to the program, and we're here to give you all the support that you need. All right? Good.
Very much.
Good. Now, if you have somebody else with you, you can have them to try again to come into the code that I give you. All right?
No, I don't have anybody.
Okay.
Just me and the, yeah.
All right. So we will, our audience, we will stick with the audio. And we're going to have a discussion. But first of all, I want to show our audience. I have the clip here. I'm going to show them what took place, why you are here, and why you are seeking justice on behalf of your son. Okay? Just bear with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now let me get the audio up, folks. Very sad, graphic. It will get you very angry.
What other again? Say that's bull. Use a what? Say that again. Use a what? Say louder. Say that's bull. Say that again. Hurry up. What other again? Say that's bull. Hurry up. Use a what? Say that again. Use a what? Say louder. Say that's bull. Say that again. Hurry up. What other again? Say that's bull. Hurry up. Use a what? Say that again. Use a what? Say louder. Say that's bull. Say that again. Hurry up.
Okay, folks. I'm getting upset just watching it. So let me just get the other one. I'm not going to show you all. Maybe later on I can show you it, but I am very disturbed on this, and I'm going to do my best to assist the family in getting these guys taken care of legally by the law. All right, so let's look at the other clip that we have on the platform. Okay, so I'm going to move this from the thing for now, because I'm getting so upset that I'm trembling just watching these tapes here on Facebook. But folks, we have the mother on with us. We're going to listen to what she's going to say to us. We're going to give her all the support. We're going to throw all our support behind this mother, this family, to ensure that not only the boys are brought to justice, but that her son gets some counseling. I'm going to organize it, mother, with a professional here in the United States, so that we can help him, because he will really need guidance, counseling to get through this situation. Okay, so Mom, how do you feel about this situation?
Well, for now, I'm trying to compose myself in the best manner that I can, but it brought me to tears to see what my son went through, and he could not defend himself. I've been frustrated. I haven't eaten since I saw the video, because my son has been complaining that he doesn't want to go to school, and I did not know why.
Also, before he did not want to go to school, he was complaining.
Yes.
But never told you anything.
He never told me anything. He never told me the reason why.
Okay, so so you saw this on Facebook, or he came home and he told you what happened?
No, someone came over to me and told me that they saw some videos and why I haven't done something because of the way they treated my child. So I was like confused, because I haven't seen any video at the time. I did not see any video at the time. I did not hear anything at the time. But I knew my son was complaining that he doesn't want to go to school. So when he insisted that I should go and check on the video, I contacted somebody to see if I could have gotten the video, which I did. They did not hesitate They sent it to me because they said that they thought I had already seen the videos, which I didn't. And when I saw the video, and then I realized even one of the students, I know him because he lives right there in the yard.
Oh, he lives there with you guys?
One of them lives right there in the yard.
Mm. Okay.
I was upset, and it brought me to tears.
Can imagine.
Because I could not, like somebody right there, somebody that interacts with my son every day, not just allow it to happen, but was involved in it.
Wow.
So and that is the time when I realized that my son was fearful, did not want to go to school because of what was happening to him.
So you thought he just...
And even when
So before, you thought he just didn't want... Okay.
I know he's always eager to go to school.
Yeah.
So I told him, but you have to go to school. He told me, I don't go to school. I have a business idea. I want to do that.
What's his age?
But now that he's 15.
15.
But now I am understanding the reason. Yes. I'm understanding that the reason why he said he had a business idea is because he was fearful and he did not want to go to school. So I asked, why didn't you tell me? He told me that he did not want trouble.
Right.
And knowing that the boy...
So he was afraid that they would retaliate.
Yes.
How many of those guys, did this to him? Do you know?
Well, I actually saw two of them holding him.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them, he said that were actually beating him.
Okay. So, so first of all, you saw the clip of your son being abused, being forced to say that he's gay and some other things.
Yes.
Yes. Then in the second clip, you saw your son crying. Basically, at some point, he felt helpless. And so he's asking them, why me alone?
Yes, and he keep on and he telling them, but why is me? You're always doing that. Why is me alone? You're doing that too. And they hurting his arm because this arm he has he had a fracture in this arm, the same arm, and they're forcing it because he's not able to move the arm so much for him to touch his shoulders, and they're pushing that same bad arm right down, forcing it right down, inflicting pain after they already beaten him with the belt.
Okay, so I wouldn't even ask you if you got the opportunity to communicate with the boy I mean he's close to you guys. You would have known his parents and those guys seem to be older than him, a little older than him.
Yes, they are.
So did you speak to did you make a report to the police on this matter?
Yes, I have done that.
What was their response?
They told me that we have to go to the school. We must have a meeting with the principal, the parents, and the students to find out what exactly transpiring, what exactly transpired.
Okay, so the police. So you file a report. You file a report.
Yes.
The police, they're saying to you got to go to the school.
Yes. And the principal was not in today.
So the principal
so I told him I'm going
in.
to the school. I want some assistant to go to the school. But they told me that they cannot go to the school with me today, but they will try to go tomorrow, God willing.
That's the police.
Because the principal will be in tomorrow, God willing. So we're supposed to meet tomorrow, God willing.
But let me ask you, did you say to the police that you can identify one of the boys?
Yes.
What was their response?
I did give them They said that they have to contact the parents because they are minors. I said, my child is a minor as well, and I want every step, everything to be done to protect my child.
So the police...
Because it is to stop bullying others just because they see they will not retaliate.
So the police did not interview your son?
They questioned him, yes.
And he confirmed to them that he was being bullied?
Yes. And he did tell them the names of the persons.
So we can say up to this point at 8:42 p.m., no action has been taken by the police?
None as yet. None as yet. They have the parents' contact information. So I don't know if they have already called the parents, but I know the school has said they contacted the parents so that we can meet tomorrow, God willing.
So what are you expecting to be the outcome of this meeting?
Well, not too much, because of the way the system is. They're always trying to cover up. But I am at it. I will not stop until everybody pays for what they did to my child. If my son had done something, I would understand why they retaliate. But the fact that he did not do anything, and after he's going through all of that, he has to hide to protect them. My son has to know that I am going to stand up for him and protect him.
Yeah. Yep.
And it will not stop until I put my feet down for them to know that he has a mother who cares. He has persons who care about him. He has family members who care about him. He is not a wild pig like they call him. And I'm so upset.
No, speak your mind. I want you to go
I'm
ahead.
just trying to compose.
Yeah, that's okay. You can express how you feel. I'm permitting
because
you to
I am
do that.
Go
ahead. Now the father, his father is close to him.
He's not here right now.
Oh, okay. So all right. Ay. My God. So how is he doing right now? How is he doing?
Well, for now, he said he's feeling a little better because he knows he's not going to get licked again.
Well,
he was fearful, but now he feels a little better because he knows it will stop. And it has to stop.
And I personally would not recommend that they allow the boys to be in the same school with him or the same environment with him.
I want every action to be taken to protect my child.
Wow. And you know the what I'm happy about? I'm happy that your son did not do what other young men would have done most of the times we see in these cases.
Yes, because my children are not raised like that.
Yeah. Yep.
They are not raised like that to go and beat people, to go and get involved in trouble. Here's the reason why he stayed there and he tried to protect them and not protecting himself. But yet he didn't come home complaining that his body is hurting him. But he would not tell me why.
So wait a minute.
Because
he would complain about body pain. So it means that this is an ongoing thing.
Yes, because the video which is out there, they told me that video is not this month's video. It's last month's video. The two videos are last month's videos.
What?
So it's something that has been happening.
But let me ask you, do you know where did you get this video? Who uploaded the video? Do you know?
I do not know, but he said that it was one of them that was beating him that recorded it.
Wow. Interesting. So they're having fun.
So you're taking advantage of him. You're beating him. You're realizing he cannot do. He's defenseless. You're recording him and you're showing it out there to the world. What you're doing to him. You know how painful that would have been if my son had committed suicide and I do not know why. I would feel guilty. I would say to myself, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Whereas it's someone else, others are there bullying him for what? What did he do?
Because bullying can lead.
What did he do to you?
It can lead to suicide.
When I confronted one of them, he said, before I showed the video, he said he knew nothing about it. But when I showed the video, then he said it was a game.
It was a what? A game?
A game.
Stay there with me, all right? Let me just put this clip up again to see the game. So hold. So you hear one of them calling him a kosho mawon.
Kosho mawon, that's a wild pig.
A wild pig.
Yes.
Our society has gone mad. And
I'm sorry that I myself did not prepare my child for them.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare him for that. Because had I prepared him, one of them would have been a study.
All I can hope is that these guys are taught a very serious lesson.
I hope they learn that. I hope they learn that after today.
Wow. So your son is not going to be going back to school as yet?
I dropped him at school today, but I went around in the school to inform the teachers that I dropped him on the compound and one of the students is at school for the day. So watch out for anything.
So wait. So this situation, I'm a little confused. So you found out today?
Yeah, last night.
Last night?
Yes.
And
I forwarded the video to his homeroom teacher.
So what was the response of the teacher? What did the teacher say? What was the reply?
She was surprised because she never knew that was happening.
What action did she take?
She told me she informed the principal, but the principal would not be in for today. So if I don't mind coming in on a Wednesday, I said, yes, I can come in on Wednesday, but I will still be coming in today, and I will make a report to the police.
So the teacher saw the video, and they still allow you to bring that child in to the school. The teacher...
Yes, and they still allow the child to be at school too.
Still allow the child to be at school. The teacher themselves did not call the police to the school.
I went to the police.
Wow. I'm confused about not only the bullying but also the response from the authorities in St. Lucia. And in St. Lucia it seems that nobody's never at work.
Never, because when I went to the ministry, they told me to go to the ministry. I went to Castries Waterfront. They told me it's not there. It's not there. I have to come. But I said, but the police just informed me that I can come to the ministry. Then they said, no, I have to go to the district office. When I called the district office, they said the person in charge is not there. So I said, if I retaliate today, everybody will be there. Everybody will be present today.
So
information with the secretary. I haven't got a response from her. I've ended. I haven't gotten I await a response tomorrow, God willing. If not, I will have to drive down there.
So let me just get this straight, right? So you report the situation to the teacher.
Yes.
And they allow you to be going to the police, going to the what you call it, the other agencies.
Ministry of Education.
Ministry of Education. The teacher did not take a report from you. The teacher did not call the police. The teacher did not get involved. They allow you to go to these different.
I went to the police. And they said the principal is not in. So I can only see the principal tomorrow, God willing. The police called us full.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I am.
We're attending a meeting.
So they attended meetings.
For today, so they could not attend to me.
So the head teacher, have not reached out to you. They have not given you a call.
Later on in the afternoon, about maybe 3 o'clock or thereabout, I later in the afternoon, I got a call from the school, which was the principal, asking me if I can attend a meeting tomorrow at a certain time. I told her yes. She told me she was told what happened. She saw the video, and can we meet tomorrow at a certain time?
Okay, so the meeting is set for tomorrow.
Yes.
So let's see what. So at that meeting, the police will be at the meeting.
They said they will be there. I hope they will be there.
We got to watch this space to ensure that the police are at the meeting and that you are not pushed around like many families are.
I will not be pushed around like my child.
Yeah.
I will put aside my reputation. I will put aside who I am to stand up for my child.
And I won't blame you because
the bullied parents always want to stand and say they want justice. The bullied parents always want justice for their children. Well, I will stand up and I want for my child.
So I am hoping that the principal and the police, they reached out to the parents to ensure that the children and the parents are at the school tomorrow. Because what we don't want to hear is that, oh yeah, my son is not coming to school today. We have something to do. We can't come in, and you are left, hanging. So I'm hoping that the police.
The more they push and not attend, it's the more I push. The more I push to protect my child.
Yeah, I don't blame you because the sad reality is that one day you could have just gotten the news that your son disappeared.
Exactly. Because there was an incident recently with a child that used to be at our home where he was killed by his friends.
Are you serious?
Yes. And I keep reminding my children that you have to be careful with friends. If you cannot have one good friend, stay away from everybody else.
And you are living in Grand River, right?
I'm living in Richford.
Richford.
Not too far from Grand River.
Okay, I know.
About 5 minutes away from there.
Yeah, I was in Richford a few weeks ago. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about. So this is the Grand River Secondary School.
Yes, it is.
And your son is age 15.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So there's anything else you want us to know? Because I'll tell you, we're going to stay on the case and you got to keep us updated on what is happening. Give us information. Let us know. I will try to see if I can get you on the other link where the audience can see you where we can interact with you and ensure that you are not left alone like many other families.
Yes.
So just take
Because
notes.
and children are bullied and everything is being swept underneath the carpet. Just to protect school name, just to protect family and friends. No. You have to protect the victim.
Yeah, your son should have been, I mean, this should not have gone. Yeah, he's traumatized, clearly. And I'm not even sure if he should have been in the same environment there today, yesterday, and tomorrow. I am not even sure that's the right thing to do. And as I said, the child needs to see a counselor first. I'm not sure if the schools have counselor there.
Yes, there is a counselor, which when I went to the school, she asked me if she would talk to him. I tell her, yes, I'd be grateful for that.
And the counselor still allow him to be at the school? Because I'm sure the counselor would have they would have had a conversation, and they would be able to make recommendations to say, let him stay away for a week, let him let him get himself together, we'll work with you, we'll work with him to try. But he was permitted to be back in the classroom after being traumatized, and as you said, not only once but a number of other occasions he was abused. It's abuse, it's bullying, it's abuse. And that's why I am,
because even in one of the videos, one of the children shouted, that's child abuse.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just finish playing this.
They are aware.
They are aware. Okay, so let me just go back to the clip and see. So apparently there's a belt involved. And they're pinning him to the fence or the door, the gate.
Yes.
And he's begging, he's saying, leave me alone, but they're continuing.
Yes.
I'm not even seeing the fun of this. That's the truth, mother. I'm not even seeing, after the child started crying and he's saying, leave me alone, I don't even see the fun of this.
And he's even telling them that his arm is hurting.
I saw him touching his arm and feeling it and everything else. Oh boy. Okay, but our prayers and support are with you. Please let us know what happens tomorrow. I'll be keeping the phone close to me. And I sent you my number, so you can save it and you can communicate with me from either of the numbers. The last one, this one, and the other one. All right. But thank you for being here with us, and give our regards to your son.
Yes, I will do that.
And by tomorrow, I'll get somebody from up here to speak to him.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Blessings to you. All right.
Yes. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
You too. All right. Thanks. Okay, folks, that's the mother of the young boy who was abused there at the school, the Grand Riviere Secondary School. And I am not sure the protocols there for abuse, whether it's something we can say come tomorrow, come next week. Johnny is not here. I would think that it would be a matter of emergency when you make that report to the police, that the police would have gone to bring in the child with the parents at the station to interview them. To find out, write up a report, and then go to the school so that you can get some witnesses and you can, get the teachers and everything involved. But for the mother to be back and forth, well, I'm not sure how it happened, what was the procedure there, but I would expect once that report went to the police that, some immediate action would have been taken. Then we're finding out that the young boy went back to school the following day, and one of those guys were there at the school, one of the abusers. Caller, you on the air, Caribbean American News. Speak your mind.
Good evening, Brother Garfield.
Good evening, my friend.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear.
I am so upset.
Me too.
And I don't know how this mother can be so calm. Lady, that is my viewer.
Yeah.
I respect how you feel.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, you see that boy that's living in the yard?
Yeah.
He would never sleep in that yard tonight, neither he or his parents. They would not sleep in that yard. And every time I watch Garfield play that video on there, you don't know what's passing through me.
Yeah.
And you so calm speaking over the radio. Lady, I would take the ministry to court. I would take the school to court. I would take the boys to court. Where does the minister live? The Minister of Education lives in that vicinity. Don't Sean Sean, what's his name? Live in that vicinity?
Yeah, Sean lives, that's his community. That's his
exactly.
Yeah.
And you telling me that the teacher is saying she doesn't know about that? The entire school knows about it. If that's not the first video, teachers know, principal know. Let me tell you, see, this morning when I dropped my child at school, they would never open that school door, right? That school would not open until they would solve that problem. That lady too calm, not my child, but let me tell you, I'm getting goosebumps. They're twisting that little boy arm. They're calling him names, right? And you talking like this, so come on the radio, my lady. You should have, that child should have been my family. That child should really be my family, because I would take that case in my hand, because I am pissed off. I am pissed off with the school. I am pissed off with the police. I am pissed off with the ministry, and I am pissed off with the Minister of Education. Right under your nose.
And you have the right to be upset tonight because...
Under the minister's nose.
Yes. You have your right to be upset. I'm very upset. I'm telling you, I am calm, but a lot of things are going through my head while you're speaking. I am upset. I'm outraged. Not only at the boys who are bullying him, but on the system itself. The system.
Repeat after me. Yeah. Repeat after me. Say this. Say that. Lady, you see tonight, the boy that living in the yard, his mother would not sleep there. He would not sleep there. None of them would not sleep in that yard tonight. Mother, sister, father, brother, everybody would feel my wrath tonight. And you just taking your time and you come like that, my lady. My lady, let me tell you, tomorrow I would not go in no meeting with no principal, with no police. I would get my own lawyer and I would take the minister, the ministry, the school teachers, the principal, every one of them to court. And I would not let none trust me. If you see they'll come by my door, I warning them, don't come. The person that knock on my door, I would send water on them. None of them would not come by my door. And whoever knows me speaking, they would know I am famous for doing that. I would have wet them. Anyway, that's to let somebody else call. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, folks. Please call and let us know how you feel about this situation. You can call on WhatsApp. Don't call on regular because you're going to spend some money there. So the number is 929-586-1821. Let us know how you feel, because as parents with kids, all of us, I'm sure we're hurting right now. We're feeling... And you can see the guy he's a calm, quiet guy, and he's, and even in the bullying, they're trying to force him to say that he bulls, but the guy even at that point, he's so ashamed of that he said, no, I'm a makume, but no, I don't bull, I'm a makume, because the guy is, now, can you imagine your boy child at a school? And I'll tell you about me. I get very ignorant when I go to the school and I see some teachers are forming the fool right here in the United States. That happens to me. When I go to the school, I live close to the school. When I go to the school to pick up my child and I realize things are not right, I am upset with teacher and everybody around me. I don't play. Caller, you're on the Air Caribbean American Media. If you want, you can call us on WhatsApp. Are you on WhatsApp, caller?
Yes.
No, that's regular
Yeah,
call.
it's okay. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah. Are
That's
you?
okay.
It's okay. Okay, go ahead.
How are you doing?
I'm disturbed at the moment. I'm not well.
Garfield, I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed because I tell you, if it was my child, God alone knows. Garfield, my belly is boiling when I saw this video.
Yeah.
My son attended that same school. There was a boy from Guinevere who was a bully at that particular school.
Same school?
He used to bully children, but they were afraid of him. Yeah, man, in that school, that same school. They were afraid of him. He bullied my son once, twice. My son was afraid of him at the time. The third time, my son gave him a choke. A teacher saw. All that time he bullied other students. Teachers at that school never see nothing. But the day my son pushed him, a teacher came out and see and says, my son that pushed him. Garfield, when my son come home and give me the rundown, and you know they want to suspend him for 2 weeks. Garfield, I don't play that with my children, you know. If my children are wrong, they're wrong. But you see, if they're within their right, don't play them with my children. When I pull up in that school, the vice principal at the time said she doesn't want me to come in that school. Concerning matters, they prefer the father because the father is cab.
Yeah.
That's like I don't play them with my children, you know. If I have to take jail for my children, I will take jail for my children. That particular boy, I went in the school on the phone that day. Trust me, and I walk well prepared for it. He didn't come to school that day. A vehicle picked him up by that same school on a scooter. He was on a scooter, and the vehicle picked him up by that same school. I think he's bedridden. I don't know if he's alive or dead by now. When they were raising funds for him, my son said, Mommy, I want to go and support. I said, support what? Wasn't that same boy that was bullying in the school? My son said, Mommy, you don't have to worry that. Mommy, now he can't do nothing for himself. I want to go and support by the ticket $20. I said, let me tell you something. You will get the $20 somewhere else to go and support, but not my money, you know. And that mother so calm. I do not know if it's because she's a preschool teacher, but let me tell you, I would forget I am a teacher. You see that one that's living in the yard there? That would be the first one I would have taken. Trust me. You're doing that child all that. Imagine one of them saying that child abuse. That's to show you. You must be joking. Garfield, I'm telling you. You see, I couldn't take him because I don't know if there's. Well, I heard the mother said the father is not here. Maybe he doesn't have brothers or uncles or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the entire family are come. Maybe they are Christian. I do not know. Garfield, I don't forget a Christian. That's why I'm not a Christian. Sorry to say, I'm not a Christian. And if I have to be a Christian and be so calm in them kind of situations, God forgive me. I will never be a Christian.
Well, I'm a Christian and I am upset. I am outraged. And for me, even though he's not my son, if I was there and I passed and I saw bullying, I would have gotten involved and I would have inflicted some real blows on these guys. I'm telling you, that's how I am. Anytime I see injustice and bullying, it gets me angry. Because I was bullied as a young boy. And I know what it is. I know what it is.
They know well. They know all the students that bullied in that school. Sometimes Mr. Sipa left that school, all fall down. Then Mr. Sheriff came. He was doing a great job. He left. All fall down. They don't know. They never know. They never know. Children bullying children.
Well, we're gonna keep watch. We're gonna keep watch on that school. I'm inviting all the parents to call us. Use the telephone number tonight. Let's send a signal to the authorities there at the school that they need to step up. They need to protect children.
They will get the parents that are back one of these days. Don't worry. I know they know my voice well. I'll get message on my phone from them tomorrow.
Good. So let them call too. Anyway, thanks for calling.
Have a blessed night, my darling.
Thank you, my friend. My love. Blessings. Folks, call. I want as much. Let's hear you, man. Let's show the mother that we are with her. Speak your mind. If you're upset, let us know. But speak your mind. It's an open mic, 929-586-1821. And I'll tell you, I was bullied as a young boy. And I was bullied every day, every minute at school. Bullied, bullied, bullied. And I remember that one last day I was bullied. And brethren, I walked up the hill. And the guy kicked me in my chest as a young boy. Brethren, you know what I did? There was the electricity company, they were repairing the pole, so they had this long piece of wood, piece of thick wire. Brethren, I took that wire and I mashed that wire in the guy back. Up to this day, that guy never bullied me again. There's another one. You know what I did? Kick me, kick. Same sort of kick, bullying. The man kicked me in my chest. He beat me, squeezed me in my neck, almost choked me to death. Brethren, you know what I did? I took a bottle. I got so angry. I said, enough is enough. I took a bottle. I broke that bottle, and when he lifted his foot to give me the last kick, I split down his whole scar from the knee right down. From the knee right down to the foot. That fateful night, right in, flesh came out. And I'm not saying that is what our children should do. What I'm saying is that enough is enough. Stop the bullying. It's dangerous. It is dangerous. Because you can bully the wrong person, and the parents, they're crazy. They don't care your family. And you think they're going to go to the police? You think they're going to go to the school? No. They would put their son to sit down and ask the son, who did that to you? There are families out there who are like that. Family. So these people got to be careful for themselves too. That they don't bully the wrong person and get themselves in trouble. Like those two guys who bullied me when I was younger. And one ended up with scar from the top to the bottom of his feet. Because enough was enough. And that's why, folks, I tell you, don't keep calling friends. That's why I say to you, anytime I hear of bullying, I see it, I get upset. And that's why I'm very upset with the Speaker of the House. I'm very upset with Richard. Because they're bullies. I'm very upset with Kiki RR and all those guys who have been bullying people through cyberspace. I don't like it. People should be able to express themselves. And that's why I get angry, friends, because I know what it is. None of us should encourage bullying in our government, in our schools, in churches. There are bullies in churches too. They are. So I'm saying, we had a call. Let me just take this call. I'm not sure if we had this call before, but let me just take this call, friends. I want to hear from you. 929-586-1821. You can call on WhatsApp. I don't know why Reverend, you're afraid. You're afraid you'll be bullied? Caribbean American
I really want to talk to you about my son. What my son experienced.
Talk to me.
Let me tell you, I don't know if I could mention the school, but I had to remove my son. He's right there with me. Anytime you come to Lucia, I have a little notebook where he wrote. My child is 10 years. He was attending a top school. I will not mention the school name.
No.
Because, I don't want to.
No.
A school in the Baraka area, top school. Everybody want their child to go there.
And he's 10 years old.
And let me tell you, he's 10 years. At the time he was 9. He just turned 10 in March.
Yeah.
And every time he come home, we have to listen to our children. He always telling me, always want to tell me something, and sometimes I used to ignore him. Mm-hmm. But one day I take time to listen. And he told me from grade 3, a particular teacher started treating him bad, started telling him he's a disgrace, children troublesome. The child was an A student from the time he started school, A+, 98%.
From the time he entered that teacher's class, he dropped to a C and a D. I said, no, something not right. Then he started telling me the abuse the teacher selfless abused the children.
Mm-hmm.
She continued abusing the child. She used to make him go and stand up outside for patrol the whole day. I never knew that. Huh? It's coming to the end. The child told me that. You know, when it got to a serious stage, one day we were by the road waiting for a bus and he told me he's not feeling well. He started vomiting and a headache. We got a ride and a friend of mine, a supervisor that used to work in a hotel with me. He reached at the right time. When he dropped the child, I live in Balanta. The child just collapsed on the floor in his school uniform. The child collapsed like he had it in him and he didn't have nobody to talk to. So I asked him what's wrong. All the time he's telling me he wants to talk to me. I blame myself. I tell you, I blame myself. We have to listen to our children. It's a good thing I decide to listen.
This recently happened.
Yeah, that happened sometime in September.
What?
He went to the school September and he collapsed about the school open, I think about the 5th, and he collapsed maybe about the 10th or something like that. Garfield, I see my child just collapse straight with a headache, blackout. People tell me I should have snapped the picture. I will tell you that. I try to be strong for him. Ask him what happened to him. The child cried, the child cried, the child cried. I tell him, come on, baby, he tell me I have a headache. One headache. Next day, I didn't send him. Yeah, I sent him to school. You know what he tell me? He don't want to go to school. I tell him, why you don't want to go to school? He tell me, Mommy, I don't want to go. I beg him to go because I had to go to work. I gave him money and I coaxed him to go. The next day, the child got worse. I couldn't send him to school. I couldn't go to work. I took the child to the eye specialist everywhere. I say it's probably the tablet, he always on his tablet, that's affecting his eye. Got him to the eye specialist. They couldn't see anything, but they still gave him glasses. Garfield, it got worse. That Friday, I couldn't go to work. The child didn't have no appetite. The child, I started rolling.
Wow.
I had to take him to the hospital the night. When I took him to the hospital, we went there about 9. I left at 7 o'clock in the morning. They ran all tests on him. I brought the book, the notebook where the child write what the teacher used to do him.
Oh, the child was documenting.
Beg your pardon?
He was keeping a diary of these events.
Yes. Imagine, they had a boy, whenever I say the teacher that was sending the boy after him. The teacher she ended up changing his class, make them send him upstairs. Another boy used to bully him, go upstairs after him every day and trouble him. Every time I come in the school, I tell him the boy, stop troubling Keon. I went to a teacher and tell the teacher about it. You know what the teacher told me? She cannot do nothing about that. You are a teacher. You cannot talk to the child. I went to that school, the principal wasn't there. The principal tell me why the child didn't come, why my son didn't come and tell her that because he always in the office. He said he was afraid. My child went through that. The child almost lose his life. The child was going through a depression. The child was taking a book and you know what the child was drawing? Guns, cutlass, drawing black things.
Whoa.
The child was losing it already. When I took him to the hospital, the doctor told me, personally, take the child out from the school. Garfield, I moved my child in the school immediately. I leave everything there. I leave the books. I leave everything. I sending him to the school up at Rodney Bay. Right now, my child is better off. He's doing much better.
He's doing good.
Much better.
God bless
much
you.
Better.
God bless you.
Much better. I have the note there to show it to people. I even say I have to write a book about that. I have to write a book. We have to write a book. When our children come into us with problems, we have to listen to our children. We have to listen. When I saw that video there, oh my God, he was sitting there and I was telling him about it. He said, oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with this kind of children. Why y'all doing somebody child that? Why? And you could see that little boy crying and saying, how is him? What?
Because listen to me, but that is what these young boys are seeing on social media in the House of Parliament. They are seeing the bitterness, the anger, the bullying, and that's why we speak up against it. We speak up against it.
Yes. But I tell you, even the teachers, let's bully the children too. The teachers, let's do it too. The teachers doing it too. So when the children see the teachers doing it, they take it upon themselves and they're doing it too. But which is very bad. Bullying could lead children to kill themselves. They could commit suicide. Some of the children go into a depression. They lose their brain. I could tell you about it because I experienced it. I have the book, the notebook that the doctor tell me, hold it there. I will need it. Probably one day I will need it.
Yeah.
My goodness, I tell you, I had to change my son. I had to send him to another school. And he's doing much better. My goodness, I tried not to call it.
But we can see what is happening in our society with the gang movements. Sometimes these guys, that's where they go for safety. To the gangs, they go for protection.
Yeah, it's true.
Because, and sometimes you see, and that's why our schools, we need to pay attention. The Ministry of Education, governments need to invest much more into some of these schools. You got to retrain teachers. You got to retrain counselors. You got to retrain even the principals.
Yeah, that's true. They have to train the teachers because some teachers coming in the school, they have all their stress, all their problems, and they're abusing the people children.
Some have their man problem, they have their money problem. Yeah.
My goodness, I'm so happy I speak to you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. I pray for you and your son.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, thanks very much.
You must take a picture of one of the leaves and send it to me on the line that you call. Let me see. Yes,
definitely. When I finish here, I will do it. I will send it to you.
God bless you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome.
No
Bye-bye. And good show.
Thank you, folks. There you have it. The number is still open. Let's spend a little more time. We spend a little more time. I believe you have a lot of families out there mothers who have had their experience with bullying, their children being bullied in the school. And like we said, some teachers are not too nice to the students, and some of them don't pay attention to the children. They're not observant. They don't look out, some of them, for the well-being of those children. You can just look at a child and see that the child is depressed. You can look at a child and see that the child is tired. You can look at a child and you can know as a teacher that there is something wrong with that child. If you pay attention to the students, you can tell. For instance, you see a child come to school, put the head down on the desk, and have no interest. A number of things can be going on there. Maybe the child didn't get breakfast. Maybe there's some problems in the home. Maybe the child is being bullied. And maybe worst, maybe the child is being sexually abused. So you got to pay attention when those children come into the schools. You got to pay attention. But I am praying that with this case with Miss Jackson, that we can have a follow-up report on this incident at the Grand Riviere Secondary School. I'm hoping we can have some more information. One, the police need to find out who uploaded those pictures, those videos to Facebook. Who? Yes. Who did? And all those who were involved, both the witnesses, those who stood by and cheer it on, are as guilty as those who were actually involved in the act. Those who took the pictures, the videos, equally guilty of bullying and should be dealt with also. Not just those who squeezed the guy and kicked him and punched him and squeezed him and pulled the air. Those who videotaped, those who stood by and celebrated and clap on and cheer on while that young boy cried out for help. What makes it worse, try to humiliate the guy by taping him saying that he's a buller. Then you call him a what? Some wild pig. Caribbean American News Media, caller, you're on the air.
Brother Garfield, how are you?
I'm upset, and my spirit is just topsy-turvy, upside down.
Yeah, this is totally uncalled for. I just had to share some views on this because I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, my goodness, maybe it's a good thing I didn't send my daughter to public school. Maybe it's a good thing I sent her to a private school in Rodney Bay because
God bless you.
if I had sent her to public school, maybe she would have been bullied. You know. Anyway, I just have to say sometimes it starts from the home. You know.
Yeah.
It starts from the home. It starts from early. It starts from things that children see while they're growing up. Parents arguing, a lot of issues around them. Maybe an older sibling doing stuff to them as well as little kids, and it stems. I hate to make this political as well, but when we have a prime minister saying, "Go in their faces and tell them you lose," we have a speaker saying he'll pull his bazooka. I mean, look at the behavior of the people who's supposed to set examples in our society for these young people. Look at their behavior. It's deplorable. We need to clean up from the head, you know, and parents, of course, need to pay closer attention to what is going on around their homes and with maybe their behaviors and other children, older children, etc. Because this is totally uncalled for.
Yeah.
You're beating him. You're bigger than him, taller than him, beating him and asking him to say that he's gay. He's a bulla. I mean, and she says this is not the first time that 2 other videos that have surfaced.
Because the guy was saying, "Look, I don't want to go to school." He was trying to withdraw himself from school, drop out.
Of course he doesn't want to go to school. I wouldn't want to go. I would not want to go.
But he went today. He's going tomorrow. Yeah.
Goodness me. This needs to be taken so seriously. And you know, there was an anti-bullying campaign going on in St. Lucia a few years ago, and I haven't heard anything about it for a few years. This needs to be brought back into the schools.
Yeah.
It needs to be brought back, and parents need to be spoken to about their children and their behaviors. These young boys, I don't know what they've gone through, but they need to be suspended. They need to be suspended to be taught a lesson that they have to clean up their act before, and they need counseling.
They need counseling.
The bullies also need counseling.
I would have taken away those guys. I would have taken away their freedom for 6 months. I would put them at the boys training center and train them, teach them.
Sometimes you see the boys training center again is a bigger problem. You understand? So if you send them to the boys training center, they may become hardcore.
Oh, that's what
they
it is.
They might not come out reformed.
Oh, it's not structure. It's not structure to take care of troubled.
The structure, so
it's just another hole in prison for younger guys who can't go to body.
It's supposed to be, but look at what's been going on at the boys training center. A lady lost her life in Grosley not too long ago. I think we forget really quickly in St. Lucia, but not too long ago, an older lady lost her life at her home, and she was killed by one of those boys attending the who's being held at the boys training center.
And Collie, you realize what we're doing?
The one who crawled.
You realize what we're doing? We have a government fighting the opposition when there are deeper matters in the society that we need to pay attention to. And I'm not trying to be political tonight. I'm trying to be as balanced as I can. But we have a major problem in our society. And as adults, we're not helping at all.
Look, in this past maybe 45 minutes, hour or so, 3 mothers have called.
Yeah. Same story.
3 mothers have already called.
And
Same story.
there are some on YouTube who are sharing the same experience.
So it's bigger than we think, and that's why I said I don't want to go political, And then we're putting $8 million into a jazz festival when our society is crumbling right before our very faces.
We're creating a drunken society, a partying society, and we're forgetting nation building.
That's right.
Nation
That's
building,
right.
building, helping our young people
Give the people
to be decent citizens in the society.
That's correct. Give the people some rum and some chicken and some party, and all is forgotten. We back in the good books. Let's shout. Let's detain the opposition leader. The bullying it happens right in front of our faces every single day. Every day.
But also, my friend, when we look at social media commentators, they're actually bullying. They're doing what is called, which is illegal, cyberbullying. They're cyberbullying crimes.
That's right.
And one of these days, I'm going to activate that law on some of those guys, because when you start sharing people's picture and making certain statements, you're bullying that person. You are bullying.
When you say you're going to take a cutlass and hit you when you come to St. Lucia, and you're going to pay you as a maneuver, and you're going to do this to Ian, and you're going to do that, that alone is a form of bullying.
Especially
when you have people saying all kinds of foolishness and making it seem like it's normal. It's not normal to do these things.
No.
This is insane. We have so many problems in our society. What are these young boys going to turn out to be? They're bullies, and the victims, what are the victims going to turn out to be if the parents are not onto what is going on?
But we have a big network, and I'll call that network out on this platform tonight. We have NBC, the biggest bullying station in St. Lucia.
Oh, yes.
Biggest bully. They call you names. They call you out of your name. They.
Yes, and I don't care to. I care to mention their names tonight. We have Yadi and Jaim, who literally bully people on their show, and I'm not going to make no bones about it. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. I don't think I'm the only person who feels that way. We have another big one. I can't remember his name. Talking and let's crap, Chastney this, Chastney that, Chastney this, Chastney that.
Yeah, that's...
we have excuses being made for the Speaker of the House when he says he's going to use a bazooka on people and all of that. He doesn't care if it's a dwarf, if it's a giant or whatever. That's what he says. That's all. Brother Garfield, I'm a little bit pissed about that.
We got to be concerned.
I mean, there's nothing normal about this, We
got to pull the brake on whatever we do, because what I'm saying, right? I can agree with. Let's say I am a supporter of the United Workers' Party. I have my position. You have another person. Let's use Anson. Let's say Anson is the SLP. We should be able to discuss without hitting on each other, bullying each other. We should be able to stick on the issues. Let's say St. Jude's. We should be able to say, well, St. Jude's has a lot of mold. And so should be able to say, oh, no, we cleaned it up with Clorox. And we should be able to go back and forth on why it should not be cleaned with Clorox, and it got to be deeper than Clorox. We can have those discussions. But when you start going about...
Garfield is a this, Garfield is a that, Garfield is this, Garfield is that.
A pastor who should go back to their country, when we go there, we're acting worse than those kids who bullied this little boy. In other words, you're trying to bully me to change my position to suit your position. And it's time for us to stop it.
We set. that is the example we set for the children coming up now. And we pay no attention to this.
But I keep
None
saying to them that
whatsoever.
we are writing history as adults, and when these young people go back to read our history books, then they would see us as a bunch of vagabonds on social media trying to get above the other person instead of trying to help with nation building. And that's why I'm here. It's all about nation building. But ever so often, I have to go to correct bullies, take on bullies that cannot discuss issues, but can discuss your past. How much cows your teeth when you were young?
I'm going to say something here that's a little way off of the bat. When I grew up and went to primary school or even high school, the worst form of bullying I saw was people giving each other jokes and people taking offense to it.
Yes.
Do you understand? Like bad jokes that you don't like.
Bad jokes, yes.
You might cry about it or whatever.
That's it.
That was literally the worst form of bullying that I saw.
That's right.
When I was growing up,
That's
I never
right.
saw a child pulling a belt and beating another child and holding him down and saying, say you a bulla, say you this, say you that.
No.
I have never seen this. This is like hell no. In this society. In this society. The worst I have seen is people calling each other names. Calling people names, calling them bad names, and it's more in a form of a joke, but other people, the victim takes it seriously and starts to cry and whatever. But for me to see a one child beating another child, and it would be interesting to find out where this happened. Did this happen on the school grounds?
Yes, it was.
Where is this happening to this child? So if this is happening on the school grounds, that means other children are seeing this and not reporting it.
And other children might be going through the same. I am watching the picture now, and I can see the fear in the child. If you see, his hand is broke. His hand is damaged. Let me see if I can put that thing up. Bear with me, caller. Folks, I'm going to blow it up. You can go ahead, my friend. I'm going to blow it up.
I think this is.
I'm just seeing something there.
I think we need.
Look at this child's face.
We need some serious intervention.
Can you see it, folks? I don't know if you, caller. I don't know if you on your set, if you can see what I'm showing you.
No, I'm on my phone now.
Oh
so
my God! If you see the guy hand, the guy wrist is swollen. It looks like there's a bone that is protruding from the side. I am just watching it. Can you see it, folks? What I'm seeing?
This is wrong, and these are the things that we should be paying attention to.
Brethren, look at this.
As government ministers, as head teachers, as teachers, my daughter goes to
look at the child
convent
hands
right now.
Sorry. I'm just sitting here while you're speaking, and I'm looking at the video. I'm like, something is wrong. Oh, jeez.
Oh, mother, I feel for you. I feel for him most of all. But, Mom, I'm so sorry this is happening to your son. And yes, you're calm, as calm as you can be, which is a good way to be because you do not want to lose it and end up behind bars.
Folks,
if you get too angry, you might do something.
Folks, I want you to screenshot if you can. Screenshot this. I just blew it up. Sorry, caller. I just blew it up again so that you can see closer the young man's hand. Something is wrong with his hand. The guy might need medical care. I'll have to call the mother tomorrow. This child might need an x-ray. The bone is protruding from the side.
Ah, boy. These are the things we should be paying attention
Listen
to.
me, I would be on the
because this
first
is
JetView flight to St. Lucia if it was my child. That's all I can say. Y'all can call me Christian fake pastor how you want. I would be on a plane tomorrow morning self and touch down.
Let me tell you, my daughter goes to high school, and her school is so strict on bullying and stuff that these girls get away with nothing, you know. The slightest little thing, these girls are called upon to straighten up. The slightest little thing, which is good, the discipline level is so high that if there is a bully, you can see it from afar in the 500 or 600 of them at the school.
Yeah.
This is insane.
This is insane.
I feel for the mom. I feel for her because
now I'm
this
looking
one's
at it
really
a little
hard for you
closer.
to watch.
Yeah, now I'm looking at it closer. I am broken. I am broken for this boy. Oh Jesus!
Madness.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
see what comes out of this after that meeting, and will the Ministry of Education be informed? And what steps will they take?
Yeah, the ministry got to step in.
These kinds of situations, yes, in the schools. Let us see what happens. Let's sit there and watch this space and see what happens. But I'm telling us, mothers, we cannot allow for these things to go on in this country. We cannot allow for it to go on. We moms, we know our children mean a lot to us. They like our lives. We give up a lot for them. And we cannot allow for this kind of stuff to go on. We need to do something about this.
Folks, we need to.
And I'm glad that you have brought this to the forefront tonight, because, you see, we can discuss things, but we also have to look at solutions. We have to look at solutions as parents as to how we can, I don't know.
Okay, I'm doing some forensic stuff here at the same time. So bear with me. While you're speaking, I got a fade look at one of the guys. I'm going to put it up. You can go ahead, caller. I'm just doing some forensic here on the visual. Clearly, this young man is much older and taller than him.
He is taller than him. You can see it in the video itself. He's taller than that little one. The boy that's the victim is shorter than the one who's beating him.
Yeah. Okay, so that
is sad. And then we wonder why our boys turn to criminals and why our boys are killing each other, and we wonder what's really going on. Listen, the victim could get so bitter that he retaliates and he does something to one of these boys, you know.
Yeah.
And they could end up dead.
Yeah.
And this is where we don't want it to go. These boys need to be suspended from school.
That's right. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
They need to be suspended from school. We need to protect the other children in the school, and so the boys who are doing these things need to be sent home. If they can't come back not normal kids, then they should be expelled. And I'm sorry, it's the harshest way. I say you give somebody a chance. Yes, you do in life. You give and get them help and stuff. But if they carry on, they should be expelled from school. Because they're doing that to him today. Who are they going to do it to tomorrow? Who else are victims of these boys?
Yes, so folks, I'm just giving you slow motion. I'm trying to capture the facial expression, and I'm trying to see the other guys there. My God. Oh boy.
And our schools have had some weird things happening lately. I can tell you so much.
Oh no.
I mean, really out of this world stuff happening.
Not in our school.
And we all are grown up there, like two sets of children in their uniforms having sex and videoing that.
We got to overhaul.
And this happened.
Yeah.
And this happened in St. Lucia very recently.
Yeah.
So there's an obvious problem brewing, or problems brewing with our young people.
I feel like I need to get on a plane. Honestly, I feel like I need to get on a plane next week and come down to help this mother. That's how I feel right now. I'm not even sure if I can sleep. I feel that I need to get on a plane and come down next week to move with this mother because she needs justice for her son. We need to ensure.
The one that his son was documenting stuff.
Yep.
He was documenting it because he didn't know what to do, so he was writing it down. I'm calling on Sean. Sean, Minister of Education in St. Lucia, get to work. Get to work. Rather than spend $8 million on jazz, you should have taken $2 million and put it into a program.
Yeah, somebody else want to call. Somebody's just sent a message there. Sorry about that.
Yes, let the person call.
Oh my God.
Let the person call. That's fine.
Oh my God. I'm
Good
sorry.
Good night to everybody on the forum.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
Brother Garfield. Yeah.
Oh my God, folks, I'm going to be playing. Folks, the lines are open. Yes. Please, the lines are open. Thank you. Folks, I'm playing the tape because I'm just trying to figure out something here. So just bear with me. I will stop it. I will stop it. Just bear with me, please. Have some patience with me. Oh boy, look at him. He's holding his hands. It's hurting. Look, you see? You see what I'm saying, folks? I'm not sure if the police will take this tape and they would go through it the way like I'm doing it. Identify those who are there. Just bear with me, my heart is broken. Those who can't, just turn your eyes a bit. I'm just trying to do something live on the air, just to document what this program. I hope it go viral. I hope we send it to every corner of St. Lucia so that we can see how serious this is. And our question would be, oh God. How many others are there? Okay, I spot this one guy. I have that shot. Just bear with me, folks. Got the shot. Got the shot. Got the shot. Yeah, this boy needs to be protected. Got the shot. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to stop. He pinned his hand on the fence. Pinned his hand, yes. Yes, he pinned him. Bear with me, folks. Folks, you can call. The number is 929-586-1821. Before we leave, we will leave in the next few minutes. I hope this gentleman, his parents are watching and they are seeing. And I hope they know that we will be coming after them. Tonight, this have turned into Crime Watch. Okay. All right, folks. So, I got to remind myself. Let me take note. The mother needs to get some medical for her son. Need to make call tomorrow. So that need to get medical. Okay, medical help. These children parents will have to pay for the medical of this boy. She needs to get him checked out. He needs to talk to a professional counselor. I'm going to make those calls tomorrow to the mother. My God. Reverend, there's a lot more of these cases out there. I'm going to keep this in the news. I know I have training tomorrow for 4 hours with the Elections Board of New York. They called me. I have to go in for training. I work with the state with campaigns, election campaigns here. So I have 4 hours of training for tomorrow in preparation for the different elections here in New York. I can't miss that one, but I'm going to, before I go in, try my best to reach out to the mother and see what is happening, what is going on, and how we can get her son over to the hospital so that he can get that situation checked out urgently. All right, but definitely he needs counseling. This child can grow up and say, look, I was bullied, I'm going to not allow nobody to talk to me a certain way, and he can just flip at anybody as he grows up. Sometimes we blame those guys in the gangs and everything else. I'm not looking for an excuse for them, but who knows? We are failing our young people. You will say, oh, you get emotional. Oh, yes, we should get emotional when it comes to our generation that we are spoiling. I've always said that we are not planting good seeds for our young people. And when I see these actions, I know that if this young boy is not given the help that he can walk around believing that everybody's trying to bully him and he can take them out, he can do whatever he wants to protect himself, and then guess what? We lock him up because he's a menace to society. But who created him? Who did not protect him? We did not protect him. We did not set the right foundation. We did not. Instead, we are in the house, and permit me to say it, we are in the house bullying the opposition leader. What is the difference between what these boys are doing and what these politicians are doing to each other? Bullying, there's one. Every time he stands up, you have bitterness and anger and steaming like the fires in hell. Can't wait to get a go at Chesney on national television. And we supposed to shut up and just sit down and there's nothing to see here. When we are calling him a white man and we are saying that he should go back to his country and he's a thief and he's no good, that's bullying. That's political bullying. And there's a stage that is set, and there are persons who are coming to our theater to watch this movie, and they are called young people, our generation to come. And instead of us pulling the brake, we're having to hire more police officers. We're having to give more vehicles, give more guns, because we are developing gangs faster than we can produce police officers. But we can fix it from the school level. We have not been investing enough in our education. We have been investing in everything else. The wastage in government. We have been investing in carnival, in jazz, in bacchanal. Look at our schools, no windows. That's to show you how we are treating our generation. So when they grow up and they go to school and there's no window in the schools, then they think that that's normal. so they can settle for just living in a little bush house. Because I went to school and there was no window. How are we planning to change our attitude towards these young people? We give them lip service. Youth economy. I love the youth. Only during elections, everybody loved the youth. But when they get in power, what do you do for them? How do you protect them? I heard that security guards were hired for the schools. Where were the security guards that were just hired for the schools? That was announced. Big announcement. The security guard missed this one. Could have been a death. And our security guard missed this one. Are you hiring one security guard for the school? What will it take for us to stand up and protect these vulnerable young children? What? Oh, we can't see everything. We can't do everything. Let's start somewhere. So I am calling, one, that the speaker be removed. Two, that there be some order in the house so that our young people, when they look at our politicians, they can see somebody that they want to become. What we're generating, as I said to you, and I've said it over and over on this platform, what we are generating, what we are planting, we will reap. And I'm asking for some of those politicians to cool out on your hatred and your anger. Cool out for a while. Stop it. Stop being selfish. When you do that, you're thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about the children who are watching NTN. You're not thinking about the children when they see you and you're like the devil in hell, seeing red meat. What are we doing to our society? And some of us on social media need to cool out. And not only cool out, some of us need to get the hell off of Facebook. Because what we're spewing out there, the people who are living on the island will not be able to deal, to manage it. And some of us might be dead and long gone. They would not be able to manage it. What we are planting for them. And therefore, I beg us cautiously and prayerfully, let's think about our actions. Let's think about it. School out. You didn't get the leadership of the party? Cool out. You did not become prime minister? Cool out. Cool out. And think about our young generation. Think about our children. But cool out. Because there are families, real families, that are affected by our actions. Cool out. I beg you. Cool out. And that's why, again, I'm calling on Mr. Pear to clean up his cabinet. Control your cabinet so that we can control our society. Control them. Ask them to cool out. It is up to you who put people in your cabinet that you can't manage. But ask them to cool out. So that our society can have the breathing space to be decent citizens in our society. But I say to you, what you sow is what you shall reap. The sad thing about it is that many innocent families will suffer because of the seeds that we are planting as adults. Many more mothers like Miss Jackson will have to go to the police and the school to protect her children, her son. Many more, because we are generating a drunken society and a partying society, and we leave our children behind. Reverend, I got to go to recover, but I'll say to you, I'm going to talk to the Lord to ask him to help me to be better. Help me to be an example when I put on these lights in the studio, when I put on the camera. Help me to be different. Help me that when the children look at my program, when my daughter look at it, she can see her father as an example in the society. We are selfish, and all we think about is fame, numbers, likes, and the old people who are happy with what we're doing. But we leave out the children. Our generation, we are failing them. Tonight I'm going to make a solid appeal to the Labour Party, to the United Workers' Party, to Anson, to MBC, to KKRR, to all those on social media, Soraya, everybody. Think about the future of the country. Think about the children. Think about the children. And if the children can sit and watch our programs, then we are doing well. But if they cannot, because of the words that we use, our anger, our bitterness towards each other, if they can't watch it because of that, something is wrong with us. And we got to change. And again, I call on the Prime Minister to lead. I'm going to call again on the Prime Minister to lead. Remove some of those guys who are spewing bitterness in this country. Remove them. And I'm asking you to remove the Speaker of the House so that we can have some normalcy in the House of Representatives. Let's save our children. It would be the best investment that the Labour Party would have made for this country. It would be the best investment if we can cool out on national television and if we can cool out on social media. Let's stick with the issues. The Bannon's land is still an issue that needs to be settled. St. Jude's, still an issue that we can discuss. Our roads condition, medical care. There's a man who needs $30,000 for an operation. He got $4,000. He can't get an operation because he don't have $30,000. Let's talk about medical care and medical insurance for our people. We can talk about it. But what we cannot do is to be bad examples to our society. We can go back and forth respectfully. We can have discussions. I can have a program with an SLP. An SLP can have a program with me. We can go back and forth on the issues. But what we cannot do is to plant bad seeds in our society through bitterness and hatred, where our young people cannot grow to be successful young people in our society. No wonder there's no young person who want to be politician. None of them are coming forward. You know why? Because they see something bad. It is not an office that they desire to serve their country, because they're afraid that some old politician will bring up their past. And if some old politician don't get to lead a party, they might get bitter and cuss them off. So the young people, they stay in their shell and they go along on their business. But folks, I gotta go because We have a society to save, a nation to rescue. And that's why I call on other Christians to get involved. Let your voices be heard. Don't hide in your churches and hide behind your books. We have a society to save, to rescue. Let's get to work. Folks, keep your notification bell on. We'll be following this story as it develops. Blessings.